Good morning, everybody. Wonderful to see everybody popping in their little rectangles all over North America. Rectangles coming to a screen near you right now. It's all happening. My name is Dennis Donnelly. I'm the co-founder of the Ubuntu Choirs Network. Ubuntu is an African word which means something like I am because we are. My humanity is only my humanity in connection with the people around me in my community. And I'm part of that community, and I'm part of your community right now, and I'm really happy to be here. This is the last day of our Ubuntu Choirs Week on the wonderful Daily Antidote of Song. And right now I'm going to be very happy to pass it over to my two colleagues here in Victoria, BC, Canada, Cathy Baker and Dick Jackson. So take it away, Cathy and Dick.
Thank you, Dennis, for that introduction. Hello, everyone who's here on Facebook Live. Thank you, Aaron. I know you'll just rock the tech. It's exciting to have Beth Lyons with us as our guest today from Tacoma Park, Maryland. A big thanks to Joe Rassi for always hosting this so beautifully for 567 days. Oh, here's a shout out to Carpe Diem Arts. Yay! Where this happens every day of the year. Did I mention it's day 567? That's astonishing. I don't know where the energy comes from. Hello, Arlene. Hello, Hindi. Hello, Busy Graham. And hello, Karen. Good day, Susan. Hello, Kat. And hello, Sarah in Texas. Hi, Nancy. It's great to see you, Susan. Hello, Patricia and Tom, Amanda and Miles. Greetings to you, Storm. It's always lovely to see you here. Cricket and Becky and Carolyn in Boise. Anne and Mary in Kingston, Ontario, fellow Canadian. Carol Reedy, I think you're part of Beth's choir, so we heard, I'm glad you're here. Hello, Trish in Victoria, BC. Hello, Ruth in Birmingham, England. Hello, Sheila. Hello, Bonnie Schuster. Hello, Luda in Victoria. Hello, Susan in Seattle. Good day, Anne and Delhi and Sherry and Barb. Good to see you, Joy. Hello, Cam and Keisha, perhaps. Hello, Martha Wagner. Hello, Mary and Elizabeth. Gotta change screen. Hello, Susie. Hello, Phil in Spain somewhere. What gorgeous architecture. Hi, Linda. I'm switching screens. I've gotta find where I left off. I see you. I thought I said hello to Carol, but I'll do it again. And several other people are here off screen, but it's good to see your names. Hello, Linda and Bob on your iPad and someone else with you. Good day, Penny and Ralph. We're glad you're here. Hello, Aloysius and Bronwyn and Amos. Hello, Karen. Good day, Sandy E. And hello, Lynn. And hello, John. And hello, Fred. And I think that's all I can see. Welcome here on Zoom and Facebook Live for the Daily Antidote of Song. Oh, it's so fun to welcome you in, and I love seeing all these colorful places and glimpses into your lives or your creative virtual backgrounds, and what an amazing thing this whole Daily Antidote is. Yeah, we in the Gettin Higher Choir, which is one of the choirs connected with the Ubuntu Choirs Network, we often refer to getting a dose of vitamin H or harmony. Mm-hmm. And yeah, what an antidote that is. So fabulous to be here together. And huge welcome to Beth Lyons from Tacoma Park, Maryland. And yeah, good to see you. Beth, how are you doing this? I guess it's Sunday afternoon where you are, Sunday midday.
I'm doing good. As I said in the beginning, I had my booster on Friday and I didn't make any noise at all yesterday, so my voice is a little shaky, but we're good. I recorded the song prior to that, so
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
that's great. And you know what? I mean, I hope you're feeling well. And of course, I mean, so many of the choirs in the Ubuntu network are our belief, singing is a birthright. Any
yeah,
voice can sing. And while we don't want you to hurt yourself, I mean, even voices that have just had their booster are welcome. So we're just so glad you're here sharing
yeah,
with us. Yeah.
yeah. I have specialized in playful or improvisational singing. Don't let that scare anybody. Um, and and that is kind of where like my choirs sing fairly simple songs but play with them. We do props. We use fairy lights and candles. we we engage in all kinds of ways because one of the things that I really believe is that you should be able to get the benefits of being able to be in a singing group without having to achieve a certain level of musicality. Because once you're in that, let's grow together. But
Right.
I was not a fan of play scales for 3 months before, or for 3 years before you got to the fun part.
Right. Tell us about the groups that you lead then. I see the River Choir, Coffee Choir. You're
Yeah,
busy.
River Choir is the Thursday night choir. Coffee Choir is Monday mornings. In part, I was part of Elizabeth Melvin's program that started Wednesday mornings, and it was just the days that I sing, that I start the morning singing, are so different than the days that I don't make a lot of noise. I live alone, so I I do not speak out loud to myself when I am talking to myself in my space.
Yeah,
Um,
I think there's probably a lot of relatability here. Am I right? Just that daily opportunity to find what plays to connect with people through music. We'll get to chat more. I know there's some questions that we'd love to dive in a little deeper, but let's dive into your song. You've brought us something
okay.
fun.
So the song is "Stop My Brain," and it has a little bit of a story. Um, I learned to stop the train. I don't know how many people like put your hand up if you know what I'm talking about for "Stop the Train." All right. I learned that from Cathy. I dropped in on their Getting Higher Choir one night, and she led that, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" So my choir used to sing that on a regular basis, and during the pandemic, when everyone was trying to figure out how to get in the very beginning of the immunizations, the vaccines, and everyone was like, "Oh God, you've got to be on this site, for like 5 minutes at 4 a.m. Then you'll get it." Or that I had a choir member named Kelley who was sharing her stress about that and said, "I don't need to stop the train. I need to stop my brain because I'm really obsessing about this." That's the story behind the song. And to stop my brain, I'm just going to sing it through. When things feel like emergency, repeat the refrain. Repeat the refrain. Breathe slowly in and out. Life has ups and downs. So, and they have movements too. We'll do the we'll do the lyrics first, and then we'll add the movements. So to stop my brain, sing with me. To stop my brain. Yeah, those of you who know the movements. Nancy knows the movements. Carol knows the movements. Um, so to stop my brain when things feel like emergency. We'll do that a couple times. To stop my brain when things feel like emergency. To stop my brain when things feel like emergency. One more time. To stop my brain when things feel like emergency. Repeat the refrain. Repeat the refrain. So one more time. Repeat the refrain. Repeat the refrain. The last part. Breathe slowly in and out. Life has ups and downs. All right. Breathe slowly in and out. Life has ups and downs. We'll do it a bunch of times. get the words. You don't have to get the movements right away, but there'll be enough people who have the movements that you can just sort of see on the gallery. Okay. To stop my brain when things feel like emergency, repeat the refrain. Repeat the refrain. Breathe slowly in and out. Life has ups and downs. To stop my brain when things feel like emergency, repeat the refrain. Repeat the refrain. Breathe slowly in and out. Life has ups and downs. Okay, so we're going to start that. That's a round. Again, you can just play and sit on that. Do not get uptight. It does actually create a little bit of panic because there's not a lot of room to breathe. So full warning. And then we move into breathe, 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 breathe. And you can harmonize that. Breathe, 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 breathe. All right, so let's play with that just so we get that together, and then we'll bring in the descant on that last piece. Good? Yeah? Again, just catch what you can and let yourself play with this. Perfection is, this is what my voice sounds like. Perfection is so not required. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. To stop my brain when things feel like emergency, repeat the refrain. Repeat the refrain. Breathe slowly in and out. Life has ups and downs. To stop my brain when things feel like emergency, repeat the refrain. Repeat the refrain. Breathe slowly in and out. Life has ups and downs. To stop my brain when things feel like emergency, repeat the refrain. Repeat the refrain. Breathe slowly in and out. Life has ups and downs. To stop my brain when things feel like emergency, to stop my brain when things feel like emergency, repeat the refrain. Repeat the refrain. Breathe slowly in and out. Life has ups and downs. To stop my brain. To stop my brain when things feel like emergency, repeat the refrain. Repeat the refrain. Breathe slowly in and out. Life has ups and downs. Stop my brain when things feel like emergency, repeat the refrain. Repeat the refrain. Breathe slowly in and out. Life has ups and downs. Breathe. Stop my brain when things feel like emergency. Restore my brain. Life has ups to emergency. Restore my brain. Life has ups to downs. Restore my brain. Life has ups to emergency. Restore life has ups to downs. Breathe slowly in and out. Life has ups and downs. To stop. Breathe. 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 To stop my brain, breathe slowly in and slowly out and ground. To stop my brain, breathe slowly in and slowly out and ground. Just breathe, breathe, and breathe, and breathe. Just breathe, breathe, and breathe. Let's all take a breath together.
Oh, wow. That was a lovely trip you took us on, Beth.
Oh, yeah, that was fun, especially watching and feeling that fun, the different lyric, but the slight freneticism while we're trying to slow down, and then that gorgeous shift. And I'm so glad we got to rest in that breath and slowing down. What a great,
That's a gift.
yeah, what a great gift to settle in on that. There's so much of that needed, and yeah, beautiful.
Thanks.
And oh, sorry, go on.
No, this is I do a lot of mashups, and I had planned something else to share today, but on Thursday, one of my choir members requested this. I was like, oh right, no, this should totally be the song.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Kathy. Thank you.
Yay.
Yeah. And just thinking what you said about, perfection is so not required. And I first heard, actually it was Lisa Littlebird, who is another amazing person that some of you may have heard of already. She leads something called the Song Leader Flight School. But the phrase that I heard from her, which now I often repeat, is it's about connection over perfection.
Right.
And, if any of us stop ourselves because we're not perfect, it's like, put that aside and just, jump in and share, be in the way that feels right to you. So yeah, connection over perfection.
And you're another one of our colleagues who are permissionaries out there. There's another phrase. To be a permissioner.
Absolutely.
Just, yeah.
One of the things that my choirs are online because I'm in the U.S. And our choice is sort of to be outside or various things. And what I have heard from my choirs is that they're loving the online, in part because we can connect from so many different places. Coffee choir is very spread out.
Yeah.
And also they've gotten more confident as singers just because they can play. Right? I mean, they can sing solos, they can try harmonies, they can do all sorts of things. And some are actually like, I don't know, it's going to be a bummer to come back in person.
Yeah, to try to find ways that people can still be included, and even if we can't physically gather together. I know that's something that we're intending. Even when we're all back in person, to sort of keep the Zoom connection going, because we've met so many wonderful people from all over the place that we want to keep the connections live with.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the other groups that you're involved in? The other musical things? I see some other names there.
So,
Thanksgiving.
Singsgiving started last year, and it was because I didn't have a bubble that I was going to go be in Thanksgiving with. So Singsgiving is the evening of Thanksgiving. So if you're alone, come play. If you're not alone and you really wish you were alone because you're done with family, come play. If you're with family and you think you'd really like get some sing on, we do a Singsgiving for about an hour that night. Free, drop in, drop out, any of those things. Let's see, what else did I say? Roundlocks. Roundlocks are an evening of all rounds, where we get to teach each other rounds and just play with that form because it's just lovely. And Song Dive is a new thing that I am debuting in the next couple months, where we'll just take one song and we'll really dive in it. We'll play with the lyrics and share what it means to us. We'll get really, maybe we'll draw something, maybe we'll use photographs or something that you can do as your background. I really like playing with the elements that are available on Zoom and online that aren't available to us in our normal thing. We Coffee Choir does a mug pick, a mug shot of mugs. River Choir does hat picks at the very end. We all bring different ridiculous and lovely hats.
I got to say that there was a gathering of I think it was your CCLT, your Community Choir Leadership Training cohort on a Friday morning. We used to get together regularly through Zoom, and you introduced us to this fun idea about passing the hat. And it was really cool because in the Zoom room, you could, I don't know, if you had something to lift up. So for example, I can, it might be something you can put on your head, right? And then you could
Now,
take that
Kathy
off.
is next to me, so yeah.
Okay, so you can take that
Pretend
over
the string isn't happening to my face, and so here we go. I pass my hat to Kathy.
and it's like, whoa, wait a second, what the heck showed up on my head, you know? And then I could pass, you can take that and pass it on to the next Zoom box and see what shows up there that they pull out of the air. Anyway, it was just...
And you say who you're passing it to,
There.
and
Oh,
then
look
they
at that.
play along. That's a lot of fun.
There's a mug that says you're on mute. That's fantastic.
Great. Okay.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Beth, you've done some deep diving into improvisation stuff. Can you tell us about some of the training and the connections you've made there?
Yeah. Well, the first irony is that I specialize in musical improvisation, but not jazz, since that's what most people understand improvisational music to be. I am part of an improv theater in Washington Improv Theater, and I'm part of two groups. The house team for Washington Improv Theater is iMusical, and we take an audience suggestion and improvise a 45-minute musical. Lyrics, music, script, play. Yeah, everything is improvised.
Wow.
And I also studied circle singing with Bobby McFerrin and vocal improvisation with Rhiannon. I did her year-long program all the way in, if people know what that is. And I did that the year before I did CCLT. And my CCLT, my community choir leadership training, now Ubuntu leadership training, ended in October, November, and the pandemic hit next March. Right. So my choir really met in person for like 3 months, and then has been online ever since. So
making the best of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Good for you and for everyone for like sticking through this and reaching out to so many people that way and keeping us enthused, alive, and going. And there's so many things that are happening, through the Ubuntu Choirs Network, and certainly through this network. I know there's an event tonight that's happening, and I know Joe mentioned it, and I don't know if Aaron knows more, if there's a note to pop in the chat about there's something happening tonight online about constructive white conversations, which will be, there it goes. Thanks so much for posting that. And that there's, again, of course, this program goes every day. And next week, we heard at least one of the names, Reggie Harris is doing some hosting. There'll be some more fabulous guests. And
Thursday, cocktail party?
Oh, yeah, the cocktail party. What do we need to know about that? I think that better be put in the chat. Also, just wanting to make sure that if there's anybody who is new to the community who would like to stick around at the end, and be sure to connect with Joe, and we'll make sure that your email address is collected so that you can keep getting more information. Beth, can you send us out? We will say a formal goodbye afterwards, but I think it would be lovely to do maybe just 2 quick rounds of the first part and then settle us into that gorgeous breathe and relaxed part of your really fun song. What a delight to have that today.
Sure. And I forgot, I lead public in person these days, once a month, circle singing events in Rockville, Maryland, for people who are local and want to play with that. And that is the voice exchange link that Aaron posted. Okay.
Great.
Like emergency.
Yes, sorry. Here we go.
Pardon me.
All right.
To stop
my brain when things feel like emergency, repeat the refrain, repeat the refrain. Breathe slowly in and out, life has ups and downs. To stop my brain when things feel like emergency, repeat the refrain, repeat the refrain. Breathe slowly in and out, life has ups and downs.
To stop my brain when things feel like emergency, repeat the refrain, repeat the refrain. Breathe slowly in and out, life has ups and downs.
Breathe, 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 breathe. slowly in and slowly out and ground. To stop my brain, breathe slowly in and slowly out and ground. To stop my brain, breathe slowly in and slowly out and ground. Let's just move to the breathes. Breathe, 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 and out. Breathe.
Here we go. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. What a delicious way to end, and what a lovely calm feeling to go out with for the rest of our day. Thanks so much for being here, Beth. Thanks to Carpe Diem Arts for sponsoring or for hosting this program. Huge shout out. Thank you for people who are joining in on Facebook Live. And we will sing our goodbyes. A reminder, new folks are welcome to stay around and for a brief check-in with Joe to make sure that we get your email address. Dick and I have to dart away fairly promptly after we have sung our goodbyes.
So thank you, Beth. Great
Thanks,
to see
Beth.
you again.
Yeah, good to see you. Thank you, Beth, and thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Arlene, all the way down the West Coast in Berkeley. We're waving towards you. Thank you, Busy Graham, and thank you, Susan in Cincinnati. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Sarah. We're so glad you were here, Sue in Massachusetts.
We'll be all right.
Thank you. It's great to see you, Patricia and Tom in Vermont. Big hugs. Amanda and Miles, what a cozy kitchen you seem to have. Hello, goodbye, Miles. Storm, we're so glad you were here, Storm. And Cricket and Carolyn in Boise. Carol, goodbye, Trish. Goodbye, Ruth. Goodbye, Susan Schuster. Goodbye, Luda. Goodbye, Susan. Goodbye, Anne in Maryland. Goodbye, Barb. Goodbye, Joy Ong. We send you big hugs. We're bouncing around. Goodbye, Cam. Goodbye, Key. Kiesa. I want to get the pronunciation right. Goodbye, Martha Wagner. Goodbye, Mary. Goodbye, Susie. Goodbye, Phil. Goodbye, Linda. Goodbye, Carol. Goodbye, Bob. Good to see you. Goodbye, the other person with Bob, whose name I don't know. Goodbye, Fred. Goodbye, Anne. Goodbye, Dan. Goodbye, Sherry, Becky, and Sheila. Goodbye, Penny. Goodbye, Ralph. We're so glad you can join us. Goodbye, Elizabeth. Goodbye, Amos and Aloysius. Goodbye, LMG. We know that's Lynn.
Hi, Lynn.
Goodbye, Barbara. That may be all. I'm trying to get to the second screen.
That's it.
But I think that is everyone. Big love. Thanks for being here. Woohoo.
And thanks to Cathy and Dick.
Hey.
Yeah.
Great to be here. Thanks, everyone, for a wonderful week of song with the Ubuntu Choirs Network.
Yeah, come back tomorrow and every day thereafter. And remember to stick around. Make sure Joe gets your email. Thank you again, Beth. We have to dart out promptly. We have another online gig. All right. Bye-bye now.
Take care.
Bye, Dick and Cathy. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you so much for an amazing Ubuntu Choirs Network week. What a great, amazing ride. And thanks to everybody in the room. Bye, everybody out there on Facebook Live. Thanks for joining us today. We wanted to keep you in the room today for all those great goodbyes. And can't wait to see you this coming week. We've got lots of great folks coming, so please join.